Pontrhydfendigaid. I'm going up in the hills. Get going. Right, so I started and now I've hit some gravel. The route takes you a pretty steep climb to start with, hitting about 17% in places, then leveling it out. I passed some Land Rovers on the way up. There's another route parallel to this gravel track that I think a lot of dirt bikes and 4x4s use. So yeah, there's a nice little gravel track for me. Finished this climb, it's about 9k, I'm about halfway through it. So we'll get to the top and then it's undulating through the mountains at that point. Let's go.
This overnighter was only planned a few days before when I realised I could take some days off work and the weather forecast was good. In my haste, I didn't pack everything I might need, such as warm or spare clothes and no first aid kit. And I just hoped for the best. Not really ideal when riding in the middle of nowhere, but I lived another day and I'm not dead. Or this video wouldn't exist, or at least it would be a little bit sadder.
I've stopped here for a little bit of a picnic break. I'm only like 18k in. Some of the tracks have been awesome. Loving this little route. Thought I'd have a little bit of lunch and I'll show you the bike I'm using. So this is my Fairlight Sacan version 2, I think, or version 1, I can't remember. I've had it about 3-4 years now. I love it, and I've done just normal road touring on it, just normal riding with some like 700 by 32 tyres or even 28s, but this is the way I got it set up at the moment. And I love it. This is my favourite setup on this bike so far. It's got 27.5 wheels with 2.2 Maxxis Icon tyres, which I'm running in between 20 and 25 PSI. 20 I like. Today I put up to 25-ish, just because I'm going to lose a bit of air overnight. I got these wheels, I think they're on Bix, I think they're Bixley hubs. I got them off eBay for 100 quid as a trial, just to see if I like the 27s, and they're amazing. I'm recently put on this GRX subcompact chain set, whatever you call it, which is a 46-30. I was toying with the idea of going a single ring, but I actually prefer having a bigger ring to be able to, you know, crunch down some miles when you're going on the road. At the back, I think it's 11 speed and it's 10 to 36, I think. 34, no, probably 34. Bars are the same bars that came with the bike. There's some FSA Adventure, slightly flared. The carbon fork, which is the Fairlight carbon fork, which was really nice. I've got restrap bags mainly. These are all off eBay. Got the pod sacks, which is from Planet X. All these bags are great. This one's overpacked. It's mainly food because I'm in the middle of nowhere. I love this bike. The only problem is seat post has been stuck for a couple of years now. This saddle is amazing. The SMP Trek, it's well worn. I love these saddles. Great relief channel. I love this short nose thing. It helps with like moving around the saddle. It's gel. Most people won't like gel when you're cycling, but I prefer it. I've got my nice little mirror, which I like, mainly for running on roads. I've also got this Redshift stem, which is the suspension stem, which I've had for about 2 rides now. Absolutely love it. I wouldn't do without it now. It's great. And a little bit of a motivation there. I absolutely love this bike. Save my soul. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. I want to save my soul. So I'm at part of the Cambrian Way, which seems to be a bit closed. I don't know. It's not going to stop me. First bit of hiker bike. It's that's pretty steep. Let's walk up there, shall we?
Went up downtown. I went up downtown. Went up downtown. I up said, save my soul. 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 Save my soul, won't you? Save my soul. Save my soul.
Well, that was definitely pushing the boundaries of what a gravel bike can do. That was mountain bike territory.
Save my soul, won't you? Save my soul. Save my soul. Save my soul. Up, save my soul. Up, save my soul. Up, save my soul. Went up downtown. I went up downtown. Went up downtown. I was walking out one evening late. Moon was rising high. Headed for the riverside. Around us fuss and fight.
It seemed to have a tailwind. I thought that was a myth.
This was about the 50-kilometer point in the ride. I had really enjoyed the tracks this route had to offer. The gravel forestry roads with that perfect blend of slightly challenging climbs, with a surface that enables you to go fast, with the sound of the tyres crunching on the loose stone. The whole ride around Llyn Brian was magical. The views are outstanding and the blend of gravel tracks and the hairpin turns in the road are awesome. I'll definitely be coming back here, probably with the camper van and the family.
The Strata Florida has lots of water and river crossings. I don't know how deep this is, and I don't know the best way to go. Oh no, it's that deep. I am now soaking wet, and I've been trying to stay dry all fucking day, and now I am fucking soaking. Woo! I was up to my thighs in that shit. Right, find some campsite. It's getting dark. I made it to the bothy. It's a really nice quiet area. There's a bit of flat land out here. So I'm gonna set up camp. Tried to sleep in the tent. It didn't go too well, to be honest. I was tossing and turning for 6 hours. I eventually got up at 3 o'clock and made my way into the bothy. Lit a fire. Tried to dry off some clothes. They're not dry. And I had a sleep in a chair. I got warmer. I didn't have a mattress underneath. Should have brought one. Gonna have a coffee now, and then get going. been a brutal section of hiking bike. I think I'm halfway through. It's taken me an hour, so I've got to keep going that way. This is kind of rideable. I think it's quad tracks, but it's hard going.
This was the last 15 kilometers of my ride. I was so happy to have had a tailwind on the track around the Clairwyn Reservoir. Previously, it had taken me over an hour to ride that with a headwind, but with a tailwind today, it took just a smidge over 35 minutes. This was one of my favourite trips in recent times, short and sweet at just over 100 kilometers with 200 meters of climbing, but it was very rewarding and at times challenging. I continued to find more areas to ride just an hour from my house and enjoyed a second visit to a bothy in mid-Wales. Wales really is the greatest place to ride a bike. It's hard, but once you get used to the never-ending steep climbs, it is the most beautiful and rewarding landscape in the world.